those elements of the understanding of the progression of the idea of sacrifice and in some ways the sublimation, in various traditions over many thousands of years, and then the Gnostic Mass particularly present and Thelema sublimating it again in a very interesting way. And this idea of covenant, in the myth of Cain, or the story myth of Cain and Abel, and what I have it in front of me here, but just how Cain overcomes death, and how that has as an initiatic process, and how the shedding of blood was that point of initiation where his voice was not heard by God until that shedding of blood. But then the resonance with the Book of the Law as well. So I must say, in terms of that weaving, Brendan, it became very organic. Like in my final go at putting this together for publication, sections and quotes and things were just really falling into place, and I was putting the puzzle pieces together. It seemed to make a sense that I wasn't aware of, that was beyond somehow my conscious mind. It was a constellation of ideas that were coming together. And, I did a serious sort of investigation of Judaism maybe 20 years ago now, where I hooked up with a rabbi in Newtown who was quite charismatic, and I do have a Jewish ancestry, but it was never brought up in a religious way or anything like that. So it was all very new to me when I stepped into this synagogue. But I kind of took this, it's a big word, but phenomenological approach to that, where I just threw myself into the headspace of that. And that then I think bore fruit, if you like, in this essay. I was the constellation of ideas from that earlier covenant, and then my experience in the Gnostic Mass and my OTO experience, they kind of reconstellated in this particular way.